Hi guys, it's Rachel here and I am back home. We got home yesterday at about 4:30. So we're just trying to cool the house down because there's been an incredible heat wave. It was hot in Spain and France, but it's certainly hotter here. But at least I get to stay inside my air conditioning and I'm not out roaming around towns. I will tell you about the trip, but I'm going to do a video. I did record some of the brocante that I went to. I'm not the best at doing that sort of thing, but I did my best. I'll join them all together. I took photographs, and I won't show you absolutely everything that I bought, but I will show you some of it because I did manage to accumulate quite a lot. So, yeah, but I'll tell you about all of that, the brocanting and everything, when I do that video, and I'll try and get it up in the next few days. I've just got to put it all together. And I don't do talkovers, so you'll get me talking actually in the video when I'm there. Look at all the pins. One day was a little bit windy, so there was a bit of a breeze, so you know, it could be hard to hear me, so I apologize for that in advance. I'm just gonna, I don't want such a rod of a needle actually. Just trying to, this one's a good one, if I can thread it with this wool. So I did do a little bit of stitching while I was away, but not very much because, as I said, it was really hot, and my aunt's new place in town doesn't have any air conditioning, so I did suffer. As you know, I suffer that sort of thing. Sometimes I thought I was going to go bonkers with the heat. So I did do a little bit there. I did find a spot down on this downstairs, under a downstairs terrace that didn't have the beautiful view that I shared on Instagram. That was upstairs, but it was just too hot up there, so I didn't always sit up there, only in the evening. So I did do these flowers. I just I started off and then I came in with the mid-tone, and then I came in with the darker red, and then I did pistol stitch, which is a long stitch with a French knot on the end of it. And I also did the stem. I did start this leaf, but I didn't do anything else. I stitched down on these other pieces that I had started. Got them rolled up here. I did also one day sit and stitch all my pieces down. I was thinking they might be nice as journal covers, or I could cut them and make a pouch, or I could stitch them like that and they could be a tall pouch. I don't know. I'm just deciding, and look how crumpled they are, but they take on a new life when you've stitched it all down. I need to flatten them out a bit, but and there's other stitching. Oh, there's other stitching that needs to happen on them, so I'm pretty pleased about that. And Lulu, inspired by Juju's knee rug that she's made for her, and I'm going to be making her a quilt, which will take me a lifetime. But she has started herself a 50 by 50, so 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter cushion to put on her bed, and she's doing it. Last night after the trip, I cut her a base. I think it was actually an old linen, a thinnish one, and so I cut her the base of linen, a bit slightly bigger, although you don't really need to do it slightly bigger, because when you're making a pillow slip or cushion cover, it's actually quite good just to make it the size. So if you want it 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters or 24 inches by 24 inches or whatever, it's actually good to cut it about that size and actually make the cover a bit smaller, because when I used to make pillows, I used to find the insert didn't fill it. So if you added on more, but I did add a little bit on for Lulu's because she's going to be cantha stitching it all. She's already addicted. She did it last night, and now she's been cantha stitching this morning before starting working for me. And So I'll be excited to see how that turns out. Only thing is I'll have to pull out my sewing machine and make it up for her. Although I will show her how to do it because she wants to learn these things. And she chose all of her fabrics. She had all the fabrics out. She experienced the having to put all the fabrics away, which is the least fun part of it when you pull it all out. And she's using quite a bit of my fabrics. She didn't put any of our new fabrics in because they're all there for me to sort through. I need to actually wash quite a lot of them. So yeah, I'm only doing one wash a day because then I need to turn my air conditioning on, and we can't have it, we don't have enough voltage here. Apparently we can increase it, so I'll have to look into that, but we can't have, you know, big electricals on all at the same time. So Steph's going to look into that. It's all, ever since I've lived in Italy, wherever I've lived, it's been like that. So yeah, I just do one wash really early in the morning, and then dry it, and then I turn the air conditioning on. So you see, I'm just doing satin stitch, but you know, a diagonal sort of satin stitch to fill this in. Nothing very exciting. I'm sort of debating here. This was like a folded over bit of a leaf. I'm not sure whether or not to add another colour. I might. So next week I'll try and have this finished, this bloom. I'm very pleased with it, but other things need to happen, so I do need to, ow, stabbed myself. So yeah, from Italy to where we went, we were at our town called Cateches. It's on the water, and it is, so you go to Figueres, which is about 20 minutes, half an hour from the French border, and then you go across to the sea, to the Med. There's a mountain, you've got to go over this bodgy mountain, and then you come down into the village. So it's really trapped in there with a big mountain behind it. It's by the sea, obviously. So we went there. And we did stay 4 nights in France, which we actually ended up having the best time. And even Steph and Lulu enjoyed it. And Sunday, I actually had anticipated our trip 2 days because I said to Stefano, we're pretty tired and I've been mentally going bonkers. And so I said to Steph, feeling a bit better now, let's see what happens. And I said, you know, maybe we just need to take it a bit easier and stay a few days rather than, you know, rushing everything and having really only 1 day in France, and then having to travel days on either side, sort of thing. So we left at about 4 in the morning. It took us 5.5 hours. Take note, 5.5 hours to get to the border from here, so that the border would be Ventimiglia, and then so we got there at about 9:20 to France, and then we kept on driving to Aix-en-Provence. I think we got there before lunch. Oh my goodness, and we had to park in this underground parking, and it was so hot. I thought I was going to die. And then Aix-en-Provence was so hot. Normally I love it, but I really didn't enjoy it. It was just too hot, and we had a crappy lunch. And I think, you know, we were just tired, but we couldn't check in yet to our hotel. I need a bigger needle for this. We couldn't check into our hotel. Most of the hotels I found in France, you couldn't check in until like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So Italy, it's usually around 2, but there it was later. So then we didn't know what to do. So we thought, okay, well, let's, actually, had I been clever, there were brocantes on that day. So had I been clever, I could have gone and visited some of those. But we just decided to, actually, I wanted to do this at a different angle, just to distinguish it from the other one. We went to, I didn't realize, but the hotel was very near San Remi en Provence or Saint-Rémy de Provence. I can't remember. I'm not very good with French. Anyway, it's a beautiful town. We just loved it. We had Aussies. We actually found a cafe there that made flat whites. And then we were really excited. We thought we were going to find flat whites everywhere. That's an Aussie invention, but very nice coffee way of having coffee. And we found flat whites in Croatia as well. My sister-in-law, she had researched everything down to a T, and she knew exactly where to go to get your flat white. Anyway, we found a lovely bar there. Actually, I need to tell my brother. He'll be very excited. And we had a flat white, and Lulu loved it. And they gave us a great recommendation for dinner, which we booked. And we went to the hotel at 4. And we just sort of had a shower and relaxed. And then we came back into town. We thought we were going to have a nice aperitivo like what we're used to in Italy. But they weren't so good at that. We couldn't get a spritz anywhere. And they weren't, I said to Stevie, let's go, there was a pub. And I said, let's go to the pub and have one. I bet it's better there. But then we're like, no. Then he was like, no, let's go to this place here. And we had a rather unfortunate aperitivo drink. Anyway, we learnt our lesson, and so yeah, it was just really fun. And then Sunday was spent brocanting, and I will tell you about that. As I said in the video, I knew there were a whole lot on that day, so it was just really what could I fit into the day. So we did fit in quite a bit, but I mean we could have done another one, but we were a bit hot and bothered by the end of the day, so we went back to the hotel. And then Monday we changed, because originally we're only leaving on Monday, and I had only booked the one place, and so we had changed. We had to change our hotel, and we couldn't get in until 4, and so that place was amazing, and I kind of wish that I had stayed there for all the days, but next time I will. It was a bit more expensive, but breakfast was included, whereas the other place didn't have breakfast included, so that was a bonus, and it was a beautiful breakfast. So yeah, I think I might do some sort of outlining, or might do some stitching into here and here, or stitching into there with the darker color, just to amalgamate that a little bit. But I'll do that off camera. I kind of wanted to have a little look at my piece, and I need to do a bit of work on it here and there. I can do that off camera, but I did want to, for example, I've got a piece of wormy paper, because I am actually in a big mess here, guys. Not tidy at all. I love the mustard, as you know, the goldy sort of color. So I'm going to thread my needle. I'm thinking I might take 2 strands and do it double. I'm going to do a bit of cantha stitching here and there. I had finished my bodgy scripty-doo down there that you can't read. Oh, there's a bit of Solvay. I'll just stick my needle. See if I can get my needle under there. You can't hardly even see it, so I could just leave it, really. I could do a juju and leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it. So, just to give you an idea, when I say I'm going to do a bit more work, the types of things I'm going to do is just a little bit of stitching here and there. And I also need to put fabrics as well. So here I thought I would do I'd even try and do nice little stitches. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. Just a few rows of running stitch. I'm using the double thread just because I feel like there's quite a lot going on, and so that way it will stand out a little bit. Not quite sure how many rows I'm going to do. So I've got to turn it around And come back the other way. So it was so nice to catch up with my aunt. I haven't seen her actually since a wedding in Australia. When was it? 2000 and don't know. Before, just pre-COVID it was. It was good to catch up with her, and her niece, her sister's daughter, was there as well, and she's a riot. And she was so funny because she's got a large, she and my uncle had a lot of friends that went, they're like internet, both people from, Spanish people and people from around the world, and a lot of them still have their houses there. And she was telling me all the men have died because, you know, they're all in their late 70s or 80s, and they literally, except for one couple, they were only women, because she said the men just didn't last that long. I'm like, oh my goodness. So yep, all the ladies. Now, if I wanted to, I could even embroider those flowers. There's a thought. But I think I would wait. I've got a knot there. Okay, I'm not going to go right across. Now sometimes I like to go up the other way, but I'm thinking maybe on this one I won't go up the other way. I think I'm just going to do my rows until I run out of thread. So it probably won't be a super long video today. I'm a bit tired. Didn't sleep. I thought I would sleep better last night, but I actually didn't sleep that well. So there you go. So hopefully tonight will be the night. So I have a huge pile of stuff out there in my living room, and I have nowhere to put it. So that's going to be interesting. And I did no journaling, but I did dictate the first half of the trip. So I think today I'll sit down and dictate the rest of it. And that way I'll be able to, and I may do some videos. I know I'm reducing my videos, but we may have a video a week working in the journal. Because I think that's a bit of fun and different, because I don't often do that. And so pretty much I've done this whole thing. Now I might just keep going straight. I'm happy I did manage to do little stitches. Don't normally, my stitches are usually big dog's teeth. Okay. So I'll ask Lulu when she's ready to show her pillow. She said she will show it, but I don't know whether she wants to show it when she's done it, which could be a really long time, or if I can show it when it's a bit more stitched down. I taught her how to do the tacking and all that. I did it for her, but I showed her how to lay her fabrics and then tack as well. Also need to start making some decisions for the reverse side. Okay, so that's that one. And I will be doing a bit more of that. I think now that I've done that bit, that makes me think I want to do a little bit up here. So I'm going to do a little bit of that up there. Maybe I should put a post-it because I'll forget. So I'll All right, mustard, camphor. And I'll just put a little post-its are good. They do come off, so maybe just stick a pin in them so that it doesn't come off. Camphor stitching there. I'm going to be doing something there, I don't know what. Oh, I needed to do those centers too. I'll do those. They're just going to be French knots. And then I needed to address all up here. So let me just see here if I have something. I see I have all these leftover bits of my fabrics too. And then I have all these strips down the side. Well, I have been using those. These are just all leftover bits. There, these are the strips down the side. I think I might take a bit of that off. Not always, but I don't know what they do. But sometimes when they print it, there's this extra. So in some of the, you know, in sort of larger orders, sometimes I slip them in. Sometimes I don't slip them in because I forget. Because I do end up with quite a lot of them. I do have lots of, I'm starting to have lots of bits and pieces, and you know, maybe some of the more bodgy prints where they went off the page and that sort of thing. So I probably will eventually, when I gather a bit more, have some kits, you know, packs of bits and pieces to use rather than the full pages. I think I'll do that as well. See, I could put that there. I don't care if that's upside down. Although I've got script there and script there. So I do think about those things. So I think then maybe, oh, I like it more down there. So that's going to go down there. See, I'm keeping it, sometimes I'm adding a little ticking or something like that. And then sometimes I'm just keeping it more neutral and scripty. So I quite like that look. So put that one there. Just need to catch it on, I didn't catch it on both sides. What I need to do is hold it like that and pin it, and then I'll put another one in. Ow. And my mum has been making things with my fabric, so I'm so excited to see. She's making pillows, cushions, I should say, not pillows, cushions. And she's made a pouch, and oh my gosh, she was trying to show me while I was away, and I couldn't see it properly because I was on Skype and it just wasn't very good. I don't know, is that going to reach there? I'm just going to cut a little piece off here. So I'm mixing up the linen and the cotton. My base is linen, and then I mix up the linen and the cotton because I like that. I just wanted to put this piece like that there. Yep, I do like that. So let's put a pin here. And then it will go quite, I'll stitch that down first and then I'll wrap it around afterwards, I think. Don't know if you can see. Am I recording? Oh yes, because my phone, as I said, is full of stuff. So that needs to be dealt with and removed so that way it doesn't fill up. Of course, blue is my fave, so I do get quite a bit of that. I do have these little bits. Okay. See, sometimes just a little bit is good. The thing I love about this cotton, it's not quite the same weight. It feels a bit lighter to a quilting cotton. The nice thing about it, it does have its initial fray, and then it does not really a lot comes off it after that, which is wonderful. Oh, I quite like that. Oh, I still need to do a bit of embroidery on those as well. So much to do, and I was hoping I would do more away, but when we're in France, we're out nearly all the day. And again, it was super hot. I was just melting the whole time I was away. I just kept melting every single day. It was just melt, 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 melt. And so it just zaps your energy, and I didn't feel like doing anything afterwards. I love this. Oh, look at that. I think that's a bit more autumny, these colours for me. So those will go a bit more. Oh, I forgot about my little swatchy bit. Where did I put that? It's here somewhere. Where's my little swatchy? I think I might have put it in that pocket. Did I? I did. I put things in here that I completely forgot about. Here we go, guys. I forgot about these. So I wanted to put this somewhere. I think I'll have the little one. But I kind of need to wait till I pull my solvy off. So I need to get, or I could put it there. I quite like it there. Up a bit. I think that's going to go there. I need to stitch that down. So I'm going to pin that. So or do I prefer that one? Oh, I could have that one. Yeah, I'm doing that one. She might. No, that way. Yeah. And that little bit, well, just tuck it around. So I need to put a little something under there. I have this little piece of embroidery too that something could happen with. I completely forgot about. I think I would take that bit off. Let's see if we can do something with this. Oh, I quite like that up there. I've got all these bits that I need to cover, so that I would wrap around and tuck, or tuck it under that. So let's take that off. And then that is actually, I'm going to have it come down a bit further. We'll go there. Good. That's that. That's going there. Now, oh, I had this. I want maybe like some of this. So if you've got these pages, these are left over from, I think, the field notes pages. This is the edging that happened when they printed, but someone will have that fabric. You can rip it up. Like, don't feel like you have to use them as a page. You can rip them up and put it all together in with other fabrics, especially because they're A4 pages. Well, A4 pages, unless you're doing like a journal cover, or I think I'm going to have that go right across there. I could also think about having it, which I did like that, but I also like to cover these, and I think I actually prefer that there. So that is going to go there. Oops, itchy. Did you just see my head in the camera? I don't know. I had to lean over to scratch, but I'm just going to put this here. I can't remember what the next prompt is. I'm running out of space too. I'll have to dress that soon. So that's going to go there. What else do I have on here? Yeah, you can rip them up and make them, add them with other fabrics and then make them into something else, which is what Mum's done. She's made a pouch. She's made a pouch for this the Journal of Stitchery. It's a bit thin to rip. Love this too. So where can this go? I could even put it on sideways. No, I don't think I like it sideways. Maybe I would have that in another joining spot, or, you know, like filling in a gap somewhere that I need to fill in. Here I don't have gaps because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So that will be put aside for that. Yeah, I don't think I want those colours. What else is on this one? Ah, now that's a good bit. That's a good bit. This is what I mean, like these are parts. I didn't rip this. Anyway, it is what it is. These are parts of a bigger piece of ephemera, but you can use bits and pieces of your ephemera too. You don't have to use the whole thing. See, I don't mind that sideways. So maybe I would put that there, keeping it neutral, not wanting to cover up that. It just adds a little something else. So I'm going to do that sideways. And I'm excited to use all the bits. And I'll stitch that down and then I'll fold that under like so. So you can, there we go, that's what it's going to look like. And I did have this one I thought I might like. That's also a very good bit. Too small to rip, so I'll just cut. I have a bit of ripping and a bit of cutting. Right. And I did have a little piece, and that's going to be, I think that's going to be cool up here somewhere. I've got all of that there to do as well, but I think I put something colourful in that bit. Let's see, well, this bit, it does fit there. Yep, and I like it because it's got the typed font, whereas the background has, oh, you can't even see, just a minute, I'll show you. The background has the written. Okay, and now I was looking at this. I love the fact that the colours are so vibrant and they can be washed. That really, really makes me happy that they can be washed. And I think that piece is going to, maybe it could slot there and go under that bit. Although I kind of don't like that. I think I'll have it come here and go there. I might put it that way. This one I might bring up and fold it over. There's a thought, but that will go there. Although it doesn't quite reach. So I'll have to do that. There. And the other swatchy bits on my field notes painterly one is that's going to go somewhere more towards autumn. These ones I will see. I don't think I want to put any more of those there. Yes, so I think that's about it for today. These are all, I'm going to stitch, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot to stitch down here. But just to give you an idea how it's coming along, finish off these leaves. I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to get this colour and come into here like that. And that I might even do a little back stitch there just to exemplify that a bit more, because that is where the leaf curled over. And it will just separate it from the other, although I did change the direction of the stitches to do that as well. So I hope everybody is well. That's my video for today. I think next week we're already on to a new prompt. Oh my word, it's really, 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 really fast. So I promise I'm going to do some work on this week. There's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. And have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.